Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to continue our 7th chapter, Coordinate Geometry, and we are going to learn about the section formula. Okay, so first of all, I want to show you that if AB is a line segment, A having x1, y1 coordinate and B has x2, y2 coordinate. Okay, and if P is a point somewhere in between A and B point, not exactly in between, but somewhere, okay, and its coordinate are x and y. And if this P divide line segment into the ratio n is to n, okay, and then we want to find out the value of x and y, means x coordinate and y coordinate of the P which divides line segment, and we can use the formula which is called a section formula. Okay, so how to get a section formula? So we can see here, as we want to find out Pxy, it means a point P having x coordinate x and y coordinate y. Now, how to get a value of x and y? Okay, so first of all, we have to just do the cross like this: m with x2, y2 and n with x1, y2. For x, we need x1 and x2 only. For y, we need y1 and y2 only. Okay. Now, this m is belong with the x2. So, we first write m x2 plus, then it is n belongs to x1, y1. So, it is n x1 and divide by n plus n. Similarly, this is for the x coordinate. And now for the y coordinate, m y2 plus n y1 by n plus n. Okay, by this formula you can get the value of x coordinate and y coordinate of point which divide line segment into a particular ratio. Second thing, if a x and y coordinate of that point is given, okay, and they are asking to find out the ratio, same formula we are going to use. So both the things we can find out by the section formula. First one, x coordinate and y coordinate of the point which divide line segment in a particular ratio. Second thing, if the x and y coordinate of that point which divide line segment AB is given and they are asking to find out ratio, then also we can do or find out that ratio by using this formula. Is it clear? Okay. Now, if P is a midpoint, if P x y is a midpoint of AB, of line segment AB. Okay. Then what is the formula? Then formula is x comma y is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So these two formula you have to learn, okay, to find out ratio as well as to find out the x and y coordinate of point which divide line segment into the particular ratio. So let's see the exercise 7.2 in which we have to use this section formula to find out both the things. Now let's start exercise 7.2 and we are going to do the first sum. In that it is given that find the coordinates of a point which divides the join of -1, 7 and 4, -3 into the ratio 2:3. So here endpoints are given, okay, of line segment and the ratio is given and we have to find out the points which divide this line segment into the ratio 2:3. Point means we have to find out its coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate. So we are going to use a section formula here. So how to do the steps? So for that you have to take any one point as A and any one point as a B, and ratio is already given. So n is to n is 2 is to 3. So here n points are given. A is -1, 7 and B is 4, minus 3, and ratio is given n is to n is equal to 2 is to 3. Now here you can take this A coordinate as x1, y1 or this as x2, y2 or vice versa. It doesn't affect a result. Okay. So first I have to write down the formula that Px, y is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by n plus n, m by 2 plus n by 1 by m plus n. And then I substitute the value. As I select this as x2, y2 and this a1, a as the x1, y1. So here 4 is the value of x2. x1 is -1, then 2 plus 3, y2 is -3, y1 is 7 and again m plus n means 2 plus 3. So after calculation I got that Px, y means x coordinate is 1 and y coordinate is 3. It is a simple method. You just have to remember the formula and proper calculation must be needed to get the right answer. Let's do the next one. Now let's start with the second question. Here in second question it is given that find the coordinates of a points of a trisection. Okay, it means 3 sections are there in the line segment, and to got the 3 section we need 2 points. Okay, and we have to find the endpoints. The coordinates of endpoints are already given. It is 4 minus 1 and -2 minus 3. So we have to find out the coordinates of point. So first of all you have to think about that if AB is a line segment and 3 equal parts we need. This is the first part, second part and third part. It is given that it is a trisection. Okay, so for trisection we need 2 points. Okay, now if I divide all this equal part, it means this is the first part of the third one, this is the second part of the third one, and this is the third part. Okay, so we can say that this P divides AB into the ratio. This is the one part and the rest of our 2 parts. Okay, so 1 into 2. Are you getting it? If we have to start with Q, okay, then we have to show that, or we have to write that Q divides line segment AB into the ratio of 2 is to 1. Either you can start with point P or Q. You will get the same answer. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we have to assume this is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Okay, and we start with point P having coordinate x, y. So here P divides AB into the ratio 1 is to 2. And the coordinates of P be x, y, and we divide into the ratio 1 is to 2 means m is 1 and n is 2. Okay, after applying the formula and after the substitution, we got that Pxy is equal to 2, minus 5 by 3. Once we get the value P, as you see Q is exactly in between the P and B. So now you can use a midpoint formula, and now you can take a coordinate of P as x1, y1 and B as x2, y2 or vice versa. Okay, so let's see how to get the value of coordinates of x. Now let's see how to get coordinates of point Q. As we already got a point P coordinate, okay, and as Q is exactly in between P and B, so we can say that this is the exactly midpoint, so we can apply a midpoint formula. Okay, so let's take this as x1, y1 or this as x2, y2 or vice versa. Okay, as Q is a midpoint, okay, so we can apply a midpoint formula. and its x coordinate and y coordinate is xy. Okay. Now midpoint formula, I just told you that it is x plus x2 by x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay. So just substitute the value x1, y1, x2 by 2 and by 2. So finally here we have to take LCM. So minus 5, 3 3s are minus 9 and this 3 goes to denominator place, so 3 2s are 6. So finally we got that x coordinate of cube is 0 and y coordinate is minus 7 by 3. Okay, so here it is a question that is it compulsory to apply a midpoint formula? No, it is not compulsory. As you see, this is a cube which is exactly in between P and B. So we can use a simple section formula also by taking that m is to n ratio is 1 is to 1, and same formula, same value with x1, y1, x2, y2, m and n you can use in section formula and you will get the same answer. But I prefer or advise you to use this formula whenever it is a midpoint, because it consumes less time, and in maths we have to do a time management also, not just getting a perfect answer or a presentation. We want a time management. Okay, and that's why whenever you get a midpoint and it is asked to find out the coordinate of midpoint, I advise you to use a midpoint formula. Let's see the next question. Now let's do the third question. It is the important one. To conduct a sports day activity in your rectangular shaped school ground ABCD. I have drawn here a figure. It is ABCD, a rectangular ground. Lines have been drawn with the chalk powder at a distance 1 meter each. So these are the lines which they draw with the chalk powder, and the distance between each line is 1 meter. Okay, and the 100 flower pots have been placed at the 1 meter distance from each other along AB. See, this is AB, and each flower pot at 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, like that total 100 meters are there at AB, and each flower pot is placed between the gap of 1 meter. Okay, now Niharika runs 1/4 distance AD. 1/4 total distance AD is 100, and its 1/4 means 100 multiplied by 1 by 4. So it is 25. Okay, and the second line, she is in a second line and post a green flag. So first of all, we have to pick a second line. This is for Niharika, and she runs for 1/4. Okay, so 1/4, it means it is somewhere here. Suppose it is a half, here it is 50, then it is a 75, and exactly it is 1/4. Let's do like this, so it is 25. So we can say somewhere here, Niharika, right? This is the second line and it is on the 25. Now if you see, this is x-axis and this is AD as a y-axis. So as this is AD as x-axis and this is y-axis, the coordinator of this point where Niharika put its flag or post its flag is, first we have to take x coordinate, so 2, 25, which is a y coordinate. I hope you got this. Okay. Now next is please run 1/5 of the distance. 1/5 means 100 into 1/5 means 20 of AD in 8th row. So let's take this is 20 here. Okay, and D is a pre in 8th row. So somewhere here I can say it's flag post. Okay, so its coordinate again 8, 25. Okay, and what they asked to do, what is the distance between both the flag? Here we have to find out the answer by using distance formula. Here we have to find out answer with distance formula. So let's get the answer first of all to find out the distance. Okay, and I have written steps here. Let consider A is the starting point, then AB as a x-axis and AB as a y-axis. As the position of the green post is, as I told you, it is 2 and it is 1 by 4th of 100. So it is 2 comma 25. And for pre, it is a red flag post. It is 8th row and 1/5 of 100. So it is 8 comma 20 are the, sorry, here it is 20 are the coordinates for the pre. This is for the Niharika and this is for the pre. And we have to find out the distance between both the flag posts. So here distance formula is x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Either you get this one as x1 y1 or this one as x2 y2. We get the same answer, and here we got root 61 is the distance between two flag posts. Now next is, if Rashmi has to post a blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment, like line segment is NP and exactly in between somewhere at point M with coordinate XY, she has to put a blue flag. Okay, then what are the line, what are the coordinates of that point that we have to use? As this is a midpoint exactly in between, it means we can apply a which formula? Midpoint formula. So let's see how to get the midpoint coordinates. Now I repeat the last question, which is asked in question number 3. If Rashmi has to post a blue flag exactly halfway, it means in between the line segment joining two flags, where should she post her flag? Okay, so as we already find out the value of N and P, where Niharika and Preet post their flag, and we already find out the distance by using distance formula. Now the next question, where has to Rashmi in between has to post a flag, and therefore we can take N as a x1 y1 and coordinates of P as x2 y2. As it is a midpoint, we are going to use a midpoint formula, and after substituting value, this one as x1 and this one as x2 y2. Okay, so I got the value coordinate of x 5 and coordinate of y is 22.5. It means, as you remember, I just shown the figure. Okay, so where 5, it means it is x coordinate. Okay, so she has, we can say that the blue color flag, she has to placed on 5th line and at a distance of 22.5 meter above the AB line segment. Like that, you can solve such type of example. We will meet you in the next lecture with the next in the next period. Okay, goodbye.